Theory of manifestation in a few words. This mathematically precisely coded flow of gravity emanating from consciousness is a harmonic, and when applied to the field of potential energy it also forms a frequency in that field. Then it is called harmonics of a frequency. This is best described with waves in a pond. When you throw a rock in the center of a pond, the shock waves disperse in circular forms towards the edges, bounce off them and return to the center where the emission of the energy disturbance came from. When the waves returning to the center encounter the waves that are coming from that center, they form an interference pattern. If the emitter of the disturbance in the water has a specific and very precise pulse stimulus rate, the trough and the crest of the waves, both outgoing and incoming troughs and crests synchronize to form a never collapsing crest. This is called a standing wave, and the precise pulse stimulus is called harmonics of a frequency. In the case of the harmonics of a frequency that governs the characteristics of a consciousness gravity flow, a standing wave is formed in the media that is the field of potential energy, in this case the water that forms outer space, and on the crest, and as the crest, a particle is formed giving birth to something that is an object, something specific and solid, and no longer only potential energy. And the exact characteristics of the harmonics of a frequency that governs the flow is what will determine all its unique attributes. This means that every single subatomic particle that exists in the universe is being formed by consciousness in an intentional flow, and each little subatomic particle has its unique and specific harmonics of a frequency that governs all its attributes. Therefore, each particle in the universe is unique, exists with full intention and not as the result of randomness, and will have an energy value we can represent and measure with our mathematics. Now we can imagine any place in existence, a street corner or a forest for example, as a set of numerical values representing everything that exists in it and the relationship and movement dynamics between all there is there. Everything is energy, and matter as such does not exist and is only present because consciousness gives it a value and an interpretation. Never had a beginning and will have no end because it is outside time itself as we know it. This is the very description of the infinite. Imagine a street corner or a forest formed by billions upon billions of little numbers. All those numbers that form everything there co-relate with each other with movement and mathematical precision between them and are all created and controlled by consciousness itself, both primordial source consciousness and individual consciousness held by sentient beings, because they are one and the same. Lots of love. Mari Swa.